in the driveway and you were like, "Whoa, you just hit my car." And I was like,
exactly the same place.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, more
yeah,
or less,
that's funny. And like me and Matt were just like, "Oh well, see you later." Fuck, I didn't even get out.
Frankers is having the best day of her year.
I was old dad.
You had it coming, yeah. Hey, boss, I just remembered I have your keys still.
Okay.
How's it going over here?
Yeah, I'm just checking floats.
Did you take the carb out again?
Yep.
Why?
Piece of shit. Didn't run with a bag last night.
No. It run better with the old Chinese one in?
Nope. Didn't run well with that either.
What are you trying to figure out?
I'm just doing float.
The biggest problem is you don't have fucking half the bolts on your manifold.
Yeah,
Right,
that was.
we need to add one.
Oh yeah, there's one.
There's 1, 2, 3.
No, these are studs.
Dowels
Those are dowels there.
Okay, fine.
So we just need that one.
Fine. You're
Is that a
missing
3/8
one.
NC?
They've washered one up there and they've used different chunks of
Oh
metal.
yeah, was that trouble when you buy
What
cars?
the
that
fuck
other
did you
people-
buy here, Myles?
Just a junker.
Well, I can get you the bolt for that manifold. I've got a box of those.
Yeah, but I read that all modern cars had a fucking OBD2 port.
Modern cars.
Yeah.
They do, yeah.
After, what is it, 08 or something?
I think it's like That's neat.
And-
The exhaust manifold was painted yellow. That's kind of a fun contrast, eh?
Well,
Something tells me
yeah.
that engine should be green.
Oh yeah, there's a bit of blue, right? There's blue underneath the orange paint.
Came out of a Ford probably.
Maybe. They wanted it to run.
It's a new coil, right?
Well,
Yeah.
take the one off your mower.
No, that's one of the last. We got that one and this one.
Thanks
That's
for
right.
keeping the new Pontiac alive.
Yeah, Phil. Nice.
Lawnmowers and all the rest of it.
Yeah, one of the coils went on my mower for sure, yeah.
It's not a faulty plug or something, is
No, we've been through all of it. We did the compression. Compression is excellent.
Intermittent. Sometimes you'll get a revolution or two without a miss.
Well, no, when we were done, it was sitting there just going to. The only thing it does now is it still leans out a bit when you tip into it, especially when it's cold. But my Chev does that too.
Once
When
it warms up, maybe
Once
should
it
be
warms
fine.
up, it's not bad.
Yeah.
Round, what
with
is this?
the
57?
round 53 of tuning up this thing. I think we're close.
Heinz 57?
I'd like to believe so.
See what happens.
See if that coil works. Come on, Phil. This one's for you.
Starter drain?
Yeah, that's something wrong with the release. No choke, I guess.
Right?
Better? That was the difference, I think.
That's way better. Choke not hooked up, oh, okay.
Not yet. I think that cable's seized anyway. It needs to be glued up.
Okay. Yeah, let it warm up a bit, but I think that you got something that's ready to test drive.
That would be nice.
Now the thing is, if you're going to test drive it, or do you want to change the tires first? We might as well start doing that while it warms up. Oh, time to make the hubcap people sad.
I know. Enjoy your last look.
Enjoy your last look. That's why I grabbed the camera.
If it ever goes to resale, it'll look
It'll
just
have
like
the
this.
hubcaps back on when Myles is done with it, yeah. Meanwhile,
Hey, wicked.
yeah, those look correct.
They look correct to me.
Those look actually correct and good, yeah.
I've seen worse, eh?
Absolutely.
I
Yeah.
thought they'd be new.
Yeah, I thought they'd be like those ones with the holes in them that people put their winter tires on.
Yes.
Yeah. Pretty close. I can't believe that it would have any miss considering how much work we did on the ignition. It shouldn't need anything.
Right?
But it is sitting there idling right down pretty good.
Wakes it up a little bit, brings it to life.
Hubcaps means admitting you're old, hey?
Yeah, something.
There you go.
Ready to slow down.
That's right. Oh, that's gonna look cool. For a trade, sir? That's right. I don't know, I've heard about the new cars, but yeah. I don't know if I trust them. What do you think?
Well, the 1930 models are now in stock.
Will the new ones last 100 years?
Well,
what are you kidding me?
Right?
You do not find these at the local pick and pull. That is outrageous.
And like the bottom feeder pick and pull too.
Yeah, yeah.
Like not even like, you know, the good social media pick and pull. Like,
that's crazy.
It didn't have like the turn signals on them, like the bigger ones, but I have to unbolt. I don't really give a shit for right now. But look at this undercoating that's packed in here.
What?
Right? And see how heavy those things are. They gotta be.
Oh my.
I carried those across the yard. My arms were tired by the time I got to the door. This one's got a small crack in it, but
yeah.
like, mine's missing.
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
No, this is fine. And you just swap this out for the fog lights, right?
Yeah. Well, you swap. You have to unbolt this, put the fog light housing in.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this casting's the same.
That casting's
and you
supposed to be
have
the same.
those lights.
Yes, and they're really
so
good
that's
condition.
Crazy.
Yeah, and you can buy those too.
And somebody just carelessly threw these off to the side.
These are just. I walked up to the car. I'm like, oh, 52 or 3 Caddy. I'm like, oh, it's a 53. Has to be a 53 because the just how the spacing was. I'm like, oh, it's too bad somebody took the whole front end, probably just sitting on their wall and they have no idea. And then walk around to the trunk of your car, open the trunk, grab a spare rim out of it, so I have 4 15x6 Caddy rims now. And
do you have this piece?
That piece on this car is pretty decent. It's cracked right here.
Yeah.
But at least this piece is
it's
findable.
Not mangled. Yeah.
This piece is findable.
For sure.
Right.
Well, and that's chrome steel. That's actually repairable. So
well,
any cracks in this can be repaired.
And look at this
it's only
one.
the die cast stuff you can't.
Look how straight this one is.
Yeah, that was fine.
So I was pretty happy with that. And I love wheels. I like to go on wheel shopping adventures.
Tires too.
Yeah, I literally went for a walk. Yeah. So I got a couple of 15x6 wheels.
715s.
Yeah.
Those are monsters, eh? Wow.
Yeah.
Look at, there's no cracks in them either.
No, this tire would probably hold air, actually.
Oh yeah, that would go down the road.
Right, that one's missing the tube in it, so that's...
Yeah, yeah.
That one would not. But I was thinking instead of putting these...
This has got no miles on it, though.
I know. It was in the trunk of that, the other 4-door.
Huh.
Well, this is correct for the Cadillac. Because here, I'll show you. We'll just take this one on our lovely adventure.
On our adventure.
Come on, let's go, tire. Because Olds 98's ran a 15x6 wheel. Which I believe...
You put the Corvette wheels on your Oldsmobile. No, they probably wouldn't bolt.
4 3/4.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? You need to put it on like an Impala or something and just... Who's got time for anything like that?
Who's got time for those?
Yeah, who's got time for that junk, eh?
How are these different from what's on the Olds? Or are you both
Look at the... This is what I've noticed anyways. So I measured this wheel. This was a 6.
Yeah.
But look how the lip comes down and then up and around. This just goes straight from... See how it's like flat here first? And then
oh yeah, yeah.
bumps out, and that one's like
so
this.
Slightly different,
right? And I was like, well, Okay, that makes sense. But then here, let's go to the back one because I'm going to really throw some curveballs at it, and maybe somebody will give insight to which wheels are what. Who knows? Maybe those are Pontiac wheels. Here's one slightly different yet again. See how it really ramps up?
And that's got...
This is a 5.5.
That's got notches in it.
But that's the original spare for the car.
That's correct. So that's an Olds wheel.
But that's a 5.5, I believe.
Yeah.
See how this one matches the back one that's on the back?
Does it? Doesn't have the notches though.
What do you mean notches?
Oh, it doesn't? Maybe. Well, I mean, it's welded here, and then there's a gap, and then it's welded, and there's a gap.
I see what you're saying. Yes. So different yet again. So these two wheels on this side of the car are one style, and the wheels on the other side of the car are a different style.
Right.
With full-size hubcaps on?
You never know. As long as they're the right offset and the right width, you'll never see it with hubcaps.
For sure. But now I have two sets. I have one for the 53 Cadillac and for this car.
Yeah.
And because I'm an insane person,
No
I'm
argument.
an insane person, you want to see one more?
Yep. I like those tires.
Aren't they cool?
That's cool, yeah.
I was almost thinking of bolting
Is
them
there
on the
white wall in the back?
Nope,
No,
nothing.
Blacks. Oh,
Yeah.
What size are those?
These are 15 by 5.5, I believe. They're like 59,
Tire is
5960 Corvette, I believe. 670 15.
670 15.
We got to come back to these though in a moment.
Uh-huh.
So I went and bought a whole bunch of wheels because I'm like, I'm gonna find wheels that are gonna fit. So these are
from that other place.
These are 53 Olds wheels.
Okay.
As
There's
well.
the big notch. See, that's like your spare.
That's like my spare.
Yeah.
But these are only like a 5-inch wide wheel.
Okay.
So they're for like an Olds 88. Those ones I was like, oh shit, it's got the right. See how it's got the right rim and everything like that?
Yeah.
That light blue one?
Yeah.
It's a fucking 14-inch rim and I didn't even look.
Oh.
So my own fault.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I got 5 of these.
Oh, great.
I bought a set of 55 just in case they were a little different, had a better offset. So I bought like
Just
fucking
wheels,
15 rims, and I'm like, you know what? I'm tired
Between
of being
all of
shortchanged
this,
on
yeah,
wheels, and
yeah.
like looking for wheels all the time. I'm like, oh, which ones? Like, I'm
Yeah.
going to buy a whole bunch
Buy
of them.
everything.
Yeah.
Wow, you got your own classic tire museum going here.
But look at how these clips go in. I thought this was kind of cool. Look at how the clips.
Yeah, yeah, and there's only 3 clips, not
There's
5.
only 3 clips.
Weird.
Right?
Those are completely original, right down to the pinstripe.
Yeah. But like,
Yeah, those look cool on there, eh?
I was like, I could even run the hubcaps.
Yeah, run the
Right, like-
Corvette hubcaps on the old Biscayne. That'd be hilarious.
Right? I actually prefer the dishes, but look at the weird offset of these 14s.
Yeah, well, those 14s look correct on this car, are they?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's like the same color as your Impala.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
You guys are tire rich. Well, you know what? You can never have too many.
I know when a deal on
wicked
tires comes
old-
along, I'm a sucker for it.
Yeah,
And then I get
know,
into these
I'm the
modes
same.
of
I just like, I need tires, I need wheels. Okay. Well, let's see what it's going to take to get this.
it only
laid
needs a
up in
couple
there.
bolts.
Oh, I'll go get the bolts. Hang on.
Um,
So, do you know where it goes?
so I know that. Watch yourself.
What's it going to take for bare minimum hanging it? Then we can start finding
This
all the
bolt
extra-
to here, because that's what I had to take out when we were there.
Okay, so let's start with those 4.
Well, that's this side's missing.
that side's wrecked. That's right.
Oh, you know what?
Frame
There's
is
another
wrecked.
piece I got to go cut off that car.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Definitely. Should be fairly simple.
This actually isn't as bad as it looks. So turn it in. Oh, fucking shit. So
Yeah.
it's gonna come that way.
I think your bolt might go.
Oh, good.
Okay.
It actually, we gotta go,
My way?
well, up behind this.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we gotta like twist.
Okay.
Oh, careful.
Yeah. No, I think that did it. Oh. The what?
The carb's still open.
Yeah. Okay, well, that ain't coming off.
Okay. So just get a longer one for this side. How did they even do this?
Not very well.
It was just so we had it on display.
Yeah, for sure. Just like we're doing now.
That's
Well,
a
that
good
was a
looking
little
car,
better
isn't
for
it?
sure. Well, at least it looks like a car now.
Yep.
Can we get that top one in on this side? Yeah.
It's not gonna turn, but in the.
Stranger things have happened. If nothing else, this makes it so much easier to move it around the yard because you got your building going up, right? Is that the main plan here?
Yeah, and I just want to be ready because I'm guessing they're going to give me a day's notice.
Yeah, so all these will have to move in 1 day's notice, right? It moved.
No, it didn't, did it?
No, it didn't move, but I mean the crank moved a couple of degrees. I think that the crank and everything's fine because it moved, you know, when you, like with the slant 6 that was stuck, you could get 1 degree on the, you know, there's still enough movement in all the parts.
Yeah.
So it's not blown up, but I think it's rusty inside.
Yeah, probably.
And if you stand back far enough and squint a little bit, that is still a gorgeous couple of safety squints. It's still a gorgeous car. Just
that looks way better with the bumper sitting on.
That is.
We're both talking about the 74 Ford, right?
Yeah. What an absolute darling.
The tires are still.
It's hard to believe they're both cars because this looks like. You know, well, I'll just say it doesn't look like this. Wow. You know, these cars had such gravity. Almost
if
like
you bought that car new, you were somebody.
Yeah, it still has that look today. Like it still looks money today. You putting the wide whites on, like junker or not, that just looks.
It changed the whole car, didn't
it?
Yeah,
no, it makes you want to just like whatever it takes, you know. It makes you want to just go insane and ruin your life to put this right back to new. But Jesus, that's going to be expensive. The chroming bill is more than a 4-door in nice drivable condition.
100%. Oh,
yeah. So that's how I would do it. I would just buy a nice 4-door and restore this coupe body.
This is why I like ex-government stuff. Look at this car beside you. Look at the mint.
Yeah. What's your chroming bill on this?
Yeah.
Zilch.
Yeah.
What's the chroming bill on this?
$63.
Zippity doo. Yeah. Oh, chrome bill.
Wait till you get into chrome, Vic.
Yeah. Zip. Biscaynes. Near zip. This is a pretty awesome unit. Okay, mission accomplished. Dan's got to move all these cars off of this pad to get his new garage put together sometime in the next couple of months here. That one's ready to move. Ooh, and there's a giant storm coming in, so I better get going. Thanks, buddy.
Okay, drive safe, man.
Yeah, cheers.
Just text me to get back.
Yeah, you bet. thunderstorm here. I better quit fooling around. We made it. And it's not even dark. And we just gotta put it away. Didn't get caught in the storm. Close though. Sweet little tea garage. And we are back. 1960 Impala Biscayne splice job, summer splice, whatever. Anyway, let's keep at it here. Obviously a lot left to do. I'm going to start trying to move things a little closer to a permanent location. And my main goal is to see if we can get the body to support the floor. With the preliminary part of the job is going along pretty good. So let's just move it ahead to the next level, which would be lightly tacked together. And we're back. It's 1960 Chevy Biscala, whatever. It's time to make some hard decisions about how we're gonna mount this top to this bottom. And I think we've got a pretty reasonable plan. So today, Ashley's gonna figure all that out and I'm gonna go mow the lawn.
Right.
See you later.
Right. Okay, pass me the welder.
Just start right there.
Let's
Good
go,
enough.
let's go.
And if that goes, we're going to argue about what engine's going in it, and then I'm going to put in whatever I want. And do I even want to suggest what I want to do? Like, I just know I will
save that
get
for
just
episode
shit
30.
on. Yeah. I guess the thing with all that is that none of it matters until this is actually a car. Right now, this is just a whole pile of shit laying on top of each other. We've got to make some bits, and I'll show you guys what my plan is after a week of fiddling and looking at it. Look at that big fluffy tail.
Oh,
You look very nice today, boo-boo.
Soft and silky, yeah.
Oh, my bum's itchy, you guys. Oh, she hates it when she gets her hair cut. You can see when I cut the other car apart, we lost the bottom of this panel, and then we've also got a certain amount of rust up here. So I think what we're gonna do, we're gonna take this off, and we're gonna make a piece that goes here, and it comes down like this, and it's gonna come across like that. Then, I'm hoping if we lift the rockers, which is here, if we lift the rocker up with the jack, we should be able to loosely tack something together that looks like it would hold the bottom of the car to the top of the car. I put 1 or 2 screws in here, but they are not enough. When you let the jack down, this all just moves down. So we have to do something a little more aggressive than that, but it all has to be done anyway. Again, we got straps pulling down, straps pulling to the back. So this thing is as down as it's gonna get and as far back as it's gonna get. And we can have a look. This side isn't too bad, possibly because I put 1 screw in it. This side, we just need the tiniest bit. It's a little wider here than it is up here, you can see. So we need a little bit of a lift on this side. The other side's a little worse. We'll have a quick look at that. Oh, this side. Do we even have any pressure on this jack? Or do we do a bit? Tiniest amount of pressure. Very nice gap here now. So we're gonna make the pieces, and then the only thing we don't know is how much to preload it. Like, we don't want to get it exactly where we want it, and then you let the jack down and it gives half of it back. So that's kind of all we don't know. So we're gonna be doing 1 tack, try it, 2 tacks, try it,
Oh,
3
that's a good way.
right?
That's a really good way.
Well, maybe we'll start with 3 or 4, and then if that fails, we'll jack it up a bit more or less and try 4 or 5. And I don't think, like, this is the main fit, right? Everything else is pretty easy. Like, if we get this right.
We've done, like, it's so
Yeah, no, it's all
nice,
very
really good
yeah,
on both sides.
Windshield,
and
I'm happy.
Yeah, like it's so close. But
Yeah, yeah, and this is the thing. But if you let that jack down, just,
You want me to?
Yeah, let it down and show, then we can see what happens here. There we go. You
Goes
see,
away fast.
it gets too tight very soon. So
And then going back up.
put her back up, and you can just watch it come back to life there. And there we go. Yeah, that's it. And
that was not a lot of pressure. It seemed
No,
like
no.
I jacked a bunch.
But
it's
the other
loose.
thing that's changed is it's now sitting on its suspension, because I want to put it together with the weight where it's going to be when it's sitting on its wheels. I was going to put it down on its wheels, but I still need to get up in there to weld the C post to the wheel tub.
Yeah, how did all that turn out? Where we pre-drilled all the
Oh, it's perfect. You can,
really?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
lines up
Oh, that's
perfectly.
awesome.
Yeah, no, I'm really happy with that. And then it's just the usual patchy poos until it's done. So it's just a year of making patch panels until we're done. Yeah, and probably be making more of these very soon. And still haven't made my decision on the trunk floor, but I'm leaning towards just make something up. That's the plan. The other problem, if we get that far, is this rad support is totaled. This you can see, that's damaged and it's pushed back. That hole doesn't line up anymore. This,
How's the other one?
Look at the damage here.
Yeah, that's garbage.
It's garbage. So
the
the other
one
one's
decent?
excellent. Yeah.
Oh,
So
well,
if we get a chance, we should pull the grill out of this and pull this rad support out. I don't need these tubs or these fenders, but I'd like the grill and the rad support out of it. And because it's nice and straight, no damage, nice and original. And
Well, that might be the better place for me to do that right now. No,
if you want to get started, sure. Yeah,
because
it's got to be done. Like we can flip it up so that you're working.
we don't need to be delicate. It just needs to come out.
No, just need to get it out.
Well, then why don't I work on that?
Yeah, you go for it for sure. And I will. I'll start prefabbing the pieces that we need to weld.
Yeah, there's no point in me watching you build panels.
What's happening, Menace Boo? Oh, you found a ball. What a good girl.
Yeah, it's too hot. She did three.
Yeah, she didn't want to play tire today either.
Yeah.
Too hot for a little tiny dog. Oh, that's a good girl. How's it going on the shortest straw department here?
It was going pretty good until I need to get this guy out. So what I think I'm going to do, if you allow, is I'm just going to grind this whole fender away. There's no bolt left to put a proper size socket. It's rusted away, it's corroded so bad. Like this is the one we're trying to get. This one came off.
Yeah. And the
One of
bolt, there's
these.
just nothing left.
There's just nothing there.
There's no nut.
Well, there is, but it's you know, when they corrode so bad. Mm-hmm. Come on.
Yeah. Is that it?
No,
No.
still attached to the grill. But
Jesus.
now I think we go here, here, here. Maybe.
That what, down here?
No.
What's this? Is that grill stuff?
Look, that's probably grill, but look at this. That's like a clip or something.
You're remembering all this so you can put it together, right?
It's actually, all the fasteners have been the same-ish.
Nice. Yep. And then you got some little guy here, like a 7/16 or something.
Okay.
From underneath there, there's some little guys. Alrighty. There's more holding this grill. No, I think it's just these two that you talked about. This is just such a lovely shot with all the garbage behind you and the scrap bin, and just lovely.
Yeah, there's one in the center we gotta deal with. What, a bolt? I don't know yet.
Wires still hooked up. There we go.
Rusty garbage!
Okay.
Ba, 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 ba. Oh, hang that on the wall.
Actually not terrible.
No, that could have been way worse. Okay, let me thread all the fasteners back in. No, that went well, actually.
You think, eh?
Yeah, we had to cut one thing.
I guess.
That could have been way worse, man.
You're a more patient man than me. Okay, I'm inside the passenger rear compartment here, and this is the piece that we're making to replace the bottom of this, whatever they call this inside panel here, and that's nice. It fits behind this main seam on the rocker, so I'm just going to mark that. Make sure that we're not covering up any holes. There we go. Clean that up, and then I had to cut that off. So we're going to make a new one of these. cut the rest of this crap out of there. And then this piece is this piece here. So there's actually the piece I just made, and then this one goes over top of it. It's just layer after layer of this stuff. So all looking good though. That's all going to work very nicely. And then this is what we're hoping to be the seam that we can put a few tacks in today. So I'm just going to strip all this paint back and all this and clean up the rest of this crap here. Oh, shit's going sideways.
Get the camera! Get the camera!
Don't scratch my Biscayne. Okay.
The camera!
I don't even know what's happening. Do we need to put? Let's put this down then.
I did the battery tray, and then all hell.
Then all hell
broke loose. Oh, it's janky now.
Okay, there we go. Just because we're stupid. Let's just see.
Oh, I'm all for trying.
Any way that we could hold that, because otherwise it's going to rip that cage. Oh, that's just garbage.
You're gonna hurt yourself. Oh, look at you! Look at you! That's impressive. That shocks me. But you need you need that piece. Are you gonna just give her?
I don't know. Not even a bitchy one.
Oh, we already cracked it, and then shit got wiggly and I stopped.
Oh, that's when shit started getting real.
Okay.
Well,
There
pretty
isn't
good
too many
score.
spare parts, to be honest. You know what those are. You know what those are.
Yeah. Well, I do right now today. Let's get those somewhere. What? Oh, look at. It's a puppy.
It's a puppy dog.
Look at that face. Do you like playing ball? Oh, I can play ball, I guess. Nice catch, Boo. Yeah, man, that's awesome.
Yeah, no, that's
Nothing.
good. Surprisingly went better than I was anticipating. I thought that grinder was going to be on a whole.
Yeah, actually, it could have been worse for sure.
Yeah, that's not horrible.
I thought the support would be worse and the grill would be easy. I thought the grill would be like 10 screws, but that is fucking insane. But even this has to be completely disassembled and painted.
Oh, sure. Yeah,
and straightened and fixed. And
that needs a full detail.
Full restoration. Because this is not supposed to be curved like that. It's supposed to be straight. This has to come off and then it can start getting. But all these, are these riveted or what? Yeah.
Or we take it apart and
one.
rivet it.
No.
Wow.
No, I'm not. I don't want any new. I don't like reproduction parts. Even if they're better. I don't care. I'd rather have dented up parts that are 60 years old than brand new ones.
And it's funny, right? Every single one of these came apart. Because it's the little sheet metal stamp.
Yeah.
And every single one of these broke.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. But we did get the piece. Oh, what about the eyebrows? Okay, well, I'll deal with that.
Yeah, we haven't done that.
Okay. Those look pretty crunchy. I don't even know how those come apart. But now, how far did I get? Let's get back to business here.
On that. Yeah.
Yes. This is my piece ready to install. See how that goes. It's funny how uncomfortable cars are when you take the seats and everything out. They're just shitty places to be. There we go.
That's fine.
That looks good. Okay.
So now will you clamp that tight with something and then...
Yes, and I'm thinking that, I got a big C-clamp that will hold that, or I can put screws in every second one, which is something, yeah, because I think I'll screw that to there, and then we can tack it to there, and that will get it in the neighborhood. Let's try that.
That looks nice.
Yeah, that'll work
That
good.
looks fine. Yep. Nice.
Nice night for it though.
Oh yeah, right?
Datsun time.
Yeah, it's good. It'd be a nice drive home.
Yeah, I bet. Enjoy. Didn't even get rained on today.
You know, the best part is when you go under the bridges. The bridge is all cement.
Yeah.
And the temperature changes. Like,
Oh yeah.
it's fucking,
Oh sure. That's
it makes me
motorcycles
smile
are
every
like
time.
that too. Yeah. That's one of the things I like about bikes.
Yeah,
Come here, boo boo.
right?
Let me know. What are you guys doing on the weekend?
Yeah, I'm around.
Like we're gonna be up on the roof until it's dark.
Are
but
you? When is all that starting? Saturday?
Then Friday.
Friday.
Yeah. And then Saturday we'll probably go till we're, I don't know. It's up to Al.
It's not like it's a 40,000 square foot house.
Oh no, Al knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
And that's why he's doing it.
I bet you it's a day.
Yeah. Well, he figures it's a couple, depending on how much reconstruction there is.
Right.
Yeah. So. Oh, edit that.
Edit that. Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Make the sounds, buddy.
Okay, bye.
Okay, see you later. Thanks so much.
We'll see how the weekend.
Yeah, good. Hooligan, go get him. Got the driver's side piece here, same as the other, except in this case we're fortunate enough that there was enough left for a pattern. And you can see this is the pinch weld at the top of the rocker panel, and then the piece that we're making is spot welded to the back of that, and that's why you saw we put that little return in it there, or that little step. We get the lighting just right. You can see that line that we put in it. So, feeling pretty good that we have a pattern for this side. So I'm going to quickly make this up, and then we'll run it through the bead roller the same way. And that will get us, I hope, enough that we can possibly even try our luck at a few tacks to locate this quarter panel and therefore the whole back of the car. Once we're committed here, that's pretty much it. So obviously I'll be being very, very careful here, but I do want to, sooner or later we got to pick a spot for this and get going. And it makes me nervous, but we're talking, you know, I mean, this is a car they made 1 million of, and if they could do one every 10 seconds, I can do one in a year. So we got it, but this is it. Once this is located, you know, we have to be satisfied with it. So I'm gonna whistle one of these up and then we'll get going. I'm actually happy to be hiding in the shop today. It's incredibly hot by Canada standards out there. It's 33 Celsius, headed for 35 this week, which is closing in on 100 Fahrenheit, which is a lot for us Canadians. We're not used to it. While I'm here, I've got to do something about this. This is all just completely decomposed, and I can move the quarter back and forth, and it's sticking out almost 1/8 of an inch too far. And it's you know, that's going to be a problem sooner or later. So just made this little temporary piece here, and we're just going to kind of put that there and push it in and tack it to here. This will come off when I build the door jamb properly, but for now there's literally nothing at the back of this car holding. I can't even put a screw in here because there's just nothing. So like literally from here to the taillights, there's just nothing. So we got to have something just to stop it from moving around. So I'm gonna just buzz that in there real quick. And okay, there's my little repair panel in place, and that all looks very good. You can see we got to pull that tight against the rocker panel before we can do any tacking, but that's certainly adequate to get us started, and at least now we'll have the tiniest amount of structure back in the car, and then once we're completely happy we can start working our way up here. You can see I'm still pulling towards the rear of the car, making sure that nothing is getting loose or whatever, and same deal on the other side. So if we have any amount of extra time today, that's what I would like to see getting installed. That would be an achievement today, to get this to the point where you can honestly say that it is one piece again. Plus I need these straps for other stuff. Who's driving a black car today?
Yeah, it's dangerous, right? It's a little hot.
You or the car?
All of the above?
All of
No,
the above.
Fine.
Oh, good. And?
I put a new temp sending unit in. It doesn't seem to be going off or anything.
Right on, yeah.
I think it was in the cap or the condenser.
Oh, yeah.
Backed off the timing a little, I guess.
That's backed off.
I could back it up a little more. I don't like losing power, you know.
Capper, that's what you changed?
I did points first, no change.
Yeah.
And then I was going to do one at a time, and I just got fucking
Who cares,
lazy. It was
yeah.
like cap, condenser, boom, it did this.
That's all it was.
One of those things, yeah.
Fantastic. That cap looked new, but it could have been junk. If it was the condenser, and I have to say, in 40 years of working on cars, it has never been the condenser for me.
Is that right?
But it very well could have been.
Could have been. It's one of those things.
Because that is perfect.
That's an idling motor, right? Like, the only weird thing I've had so far is I parked it, went into a convenience store, came out a few minutes later, and I was accelerating, and it was just dying and everything, right? I think the fuel was just boiling.
Oh, sure.
Right?
Yeah,
Once I
I've had
ran
that. It's so hot today.
So hot.
I actually, days like today, when I take the 37 Chev, like if I go into the store for 10 minutes, I open the hood. Because otherwise, when you come out, it's cooked.
You're not going anywhere.
You won't even start, yeah.
That's
what we were
I should-
shooting for all
chase that
weekend.
for 2.5 days. I wouldn't have thought.
Well, and you know what? We did everything right then. I feel good because it wasn't something that we forgot on this. It was the only thing we didn't have on us was a condenser and a cap. That is awesome.
That's the way it
That
should be,
runs
right?
beautifully now. That's 110%. It's not going pup, That was just crap. So how is it to drive now?
Great, which is why it's been my daily.
Oh yeah.
I think I did the tune-up like a couple days ago. I'm like, oh, it's good to go. Let's
Good
get
to
it.
go.
So yeah, Tuesday I must have done it, and my buddies were in Sherwood Park. I'm like, I'll do a test run. So I hit Sherwood Park with the car meet, and I walked around for a little bit. Get her back home, just fine.
Oh, you took it to the show at
Yeah.
Safeway there?
Yeah, I bumped into a couple fans.
Oh yeah, right
Guys
on.
I've met before.
Sure, yeah.
Nice runner, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's good enough for. Like, I feel bad. I feel like I've neglected the Fury.
Not really. You put 2,000 miles on it in 2 weeks.
The new girlfriend shows up,
That's
and
right.
the wife gets forgotten.
The
right?
novelty, yeah.
So, out of fairness to the Fury, I'll go park this again. And
Oh, the beauty of cars is they don't get jealous of each other's.
right, I hope so.
Right? Your wife might get jealous of all of them, but they don't get jealous of each other. What a delight.
Yeah, I committed to doing some repairs on the 60 and then putting her up for sale. So I really got to keep my word and get on that next.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, pretty happy with that.
Oh, I'm so happy because well, I've been telling everybody Ashley was here. And I'm like, what the? And we talked all about it. And he's like, he's like, damn it. Now I'm going to be thinking about it, he said.
So I did
that's
those
100
changes,
now.
And I reached through the door and I hit the key and it was like a half turn, boom.
Yeah.
And it was running.
Okay, Myles is back, and he's a Pontiac man now. I think that I'm going to get in there, and the thing is, I'm going to weld the pieces that we made to the window piece there.
Yep.
And then we're going to jack this up.
Yeah.
And I'm going to put 2 tacks in it, or 3, and then we're going to let it down. And we're like, okay, it's sagging right back to where it was. Cut those, jack it further,
Will
whatever.
it make any difference to do 2 tacks here and 2 tacks there and then set it down? Or?
It's hard to say. Like I say, I don't think it'll make a difference, but it's certainly not a bad idea. I guess that's how I would put it. So
You're wearing your one-off shirt for.
I shouldn't be welding in my only. I only keep one for myself of each shirt. So.
Couple of hot balls and that shirt's never the same.
Yeah, I better go get a different shirt on. Jeez.
Yeah.
Here we go. The first weld. So the plan is to plug weld the repair onto this panel here, and then we'll pull all this tight and we'll weld it to the rocker. And so we're gonna just stitch 3 or 4 stitches, let the car down, see how it looks. If we like it, we'll finish it out. If we don't like it, we'll cut those 3 welds rather than having to cut 10 or 20.
Yeah.
That's about it. These will do. They're just kind of sloppy. Okay.
If it wasn't hot enough already.
That's right. Okay. Couple more and we're done. What we'll do, 1, 2, 3, and maybe 1 here, so that shit doesn't want to move around too much. Okay, let's just out of curiosity let the jack down and see what the fuck happens, because those are bitchy welds to get rid of, so we don't want to do more than we have to. It's a bit tight still, isn't it?
It is.
Now did this fuck off though or not?
Yeah, I think you'd like a little more gap on the top if you could. That's nice. It shrank down quite a bit, didn't it?
Yeah, but we don't really know what happened. Here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna go inside here and I'm gonna watch you let it down with me in here. This is what I could not do before.
Okay.
Because I could not see what's changing.
Okay.
So if that ain't doing it, we gotta figure out what is gonna do it. Okay, so since we're pretty happy down here and we're pretty happy here, and it's just a teeny bit tight there, and we're not getting anywhere by jacking this up and letting it down and whatever, we've got it very lightly tacked and we can change it if we want. I just want to see what happens if we just try pushing the top of the quarter back. And we're not, I'm talking an 1/8 of an inch, like if it just starts going and bulging, okay, good, then we know. But I'd sure hate to be
You got a
waste a bunch of time here because we were too afraid to just do this. So what moves?
Yeah, is there a way that...
It doesn't honestly feel like anything's moving at all.
What do you see on the
It
top?
doesn't really move.
No?
Let's just see if the
Much?
door has moved or if
Okay.
the position of anything has changed. Does it look any different?
No. Still just a touch tight at the top.
Just barely, eh?
Just barely.
Pushing on it doesn't seem to have made any difference.
We're hunting for a 16th, I think.
Yeah, that's literally what's happening. Is we're last week we searched all week for an 1/8, and now we're going for a 16th.
Couple more weeks.
Yeah, I used to drive to a different town to get a quarter, so
Jesus. Okay, it'll find its spot. It's tight.
I think we're pushing it out. Got it. I think it's pushing it out. Try
Pushing
it,
the quarter
it's
out?
pushing it this way, and we don't want that.
I'd say no change.
No, nothing.
No.
Okay. I mean, if we held this here and we went in and we welded everything, we'd probably find that it would stay. But that's a huge commitment.
Yeah.
And there's not really any way of doing it with screws.
Because they move.
Because it's going to move.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of, I mean, when they did it at the factory, they jigged up the whole thing. But we just don't have that option. We don't, and I'm not, you know, like sooner or later we got to commit to something so that we can build the rest of it. Okay, it's at least a couple of hours later, and we're finally happy, and look at this. And that is sitting on its wheels, essentially.
Yeah.
So that's on its wheels with no jacks and it's welded.
No support.
It is not fully welded, but it can no longer move. That is located and welded down. So that was a gigantic amount of fooling around, and I think we're going to cut our time in half for the other side by having practice here.
Yeah.
A couple of quick measurements that we can take with us to the other side. Oh no, I was wrong. It's 9/16.
There you go.
Okay.
And we're 24 3/4 to the top of the chrome, or 24 1/2 to the body.
But that tells me we shouldn't have to pull this side of the car down very much at all. And what is this? Again, we've got the latches out. This is already pretty good.
I know, right? Like the door's hanging nicely.
The door is already sitting pretty close to square. It's already, other than the moldings, let's start fiddling because this side should be way less work. And I think that we might want to go in at the top. I'm not worried about the moldings, that's not, because the door is higher than the quarter. So if the molding is higher on the quarter than the door, well, that's not our problem.
Yeah.
There's the kink in the door, there's the kink in the molding. So there is a slight difference there. Look at how much higher the molding is than the body line. There's the body line, there's the molding 1/8 of an inch up.
Yeah.
So it's a mistake to try and fit it that way. Now, we were talking that maybe the top of the door should come in.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's 24 3/4 to the top of the
Top
molding.
of the chrome, yeah.
And 38 1/2.
Yeah, you like it?
Yeah. Well, it was more like 9/16 on the other side, but I mean, that's a 1/16 of an inch. It could be the drip rail. But this whole thing really looks like the top of the door wants to come in, right?
Yeah,
if I get that flush with the...
Like even the front looks like it could come in a little.
Yeah, I'm going to pop my head on the other side and have a look.
Okay.
Oh, we definitely need it, yeah. This is definitely
right? You got a big gap there at the A-pillar?
It's bigger. It's only slightly bigger, but we only need to bring it in a slight amount. Man, it smells like classic darts.
Oh, that was a fucking great shot. Sticking one into that wheel tub.
Oh, we can...
Let's give it one tack at least, if you like it.
Yeah, I don't hate it.
It's pretty exciting. First welds.
Yeah, the rest of it's easy. It's making that commitment. It's saying that's where this goes. That's what's tricky. And, you know, so now that we know where that goes, the rest of it, we've checked everything. So that's that. With a few more little tacks, the car could be moved, and then we just straighten these out. I mean, they got a little bent from pulling on it, but that had to be done. I mean, we got it to the 16th on the door opening in every direction. I'm really happy, and we got nice gaps. I think I want to throw a latch back in and try closing this door.
Yeah, okay. Let's do it.
Feeling pretty good about the other side. We spent hours on the driver's side and minutes on this one. It was just a matter of making it match the other side that we were happy with. You can see lovely 3/16 gap all the way top to bottom, and effortless close, beautifully flush to the rocker, and ignoring that the bottom of the door is rotten and has to be replaced. That's not the goal here. The goal is let's get something that we can build. And our new panel is just tacked in there, but that means nothing's moving, right? We are nailed down, so this is not going to change. That distance we measured, this door opening from the hinge to here was 3/16.
Yeah.
We were out. Yeah.
From the other side.
What was it on the other side? 47 1/4. This side 47 1/16.
Yeah.
So we put the porta power in. We pushed the whole mess back, tightened up the strap because I guess I didn't tighten it. You know why? Because I used the strap to go get shingles. So, and we winched it down, same as the other side. So we pulled it down tight. And that was what we were fighting with a lot of this job, was getting, and essentially we knew that was the case, is the biggest part of the job is getting this clip hammered down onto those wheel tubs exactly as it should be. And it sounds like it would be easy, but it, you know,
Yeah, you think
a 1/16 of an inch here and there, and by the time you get around the car, you've got a real problem. Like, it has to be very, very close. And doing it with, you know, if we had the factory jigs and all this was one piece at a time, you just built it like they did. But we're trying to put, in a way though, this is better because I'm never worried that this panel is welded to that panel correctly or this panel's welded, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you saved a lot of that.
We don't have to do any of that. All we gotta do is weld these panels to those panels on the factory seam and get this whole mess sitting down right there where you can see it. And there's still a shit ton to do, don't get me wrong,
Yeah,
but this is now
a
a car. And now we can start cleaning up all of these guys. Yeah, this stuff's pretty crunchy too, but
There's no holes in it. It needs a cleanup.
no, it's a bit rotten there. The other one's quite rotten on the bottom, but that's okay. I mean, the thing is,
Well, you get to build this bench.
you get to make that, yeah. The really nice thing about that is that if I don't do a great job of making it, you're never going to see it. This is all buried underneath the
We
back
just
seat.
won't show you.
We just, yeah, you're just never going to see it. Even if I do a great job, you're never going to see it. So, feeling really happy
Feeling
about
cocky.
that. Well, I don't want to get cocky, but
This far.
I do like that. And again, I don't care how bad the moldings are. We got even gaps. We're not even going to play with the front of this because, as we were saying yesterday when Ash was here, you can see there's a pretty ferocious amount of collision damage and the whole rad support is pushed way back, and that's what's making this whole mess kind of,
Yeah.
you know, it's not terrible, but there's no point in starting to fit that up while we still have this ruined rad support. You won't learn anything.
Yeah.
Happy about the windshield, and
Yeah, it's sitting in there nice.
I think given all of that, we're going to do some more measuring here.
Sure.
And
Sure, those
once
are
I'm
good.
confident about that, I like this gap here, I like it there. Happy with all that. The other side's a little tight up to the
3/16 all
top.
the way.
Yeah. And and the nice thing is I haven't moved these since these pieces were right beside each other when this was on a different cowl. So if all this looks good, I mean, that's literally the actual welding to splice together is going to take about 10
Even
minutes.
That is nice already.
What's next? I guess.
I think A-pillars. You tell me. Tubs.
Yeah, I'll probably walk around the back and then we'll do some more measuring, and then we don't even have to take the doors off. I just got to pull the windshield out and then weld the A-posts, and then the car could be moved. After that, it doesn't need to be
Well, I
all
like
jigged
the
up.
idea of you sticking some welds in these spots
Yeah.
there.
Well, this is all just right. Get that. This guy fell right off. I
Nice.
think. Yeah.
Yeah, I drilled those out after.
Right, yeah, so that's got to get back in there somewhere. But now we don't need these anymore. As a matter of fact, that kind of,
Yeah. Really?
yeah, give it a go.
All right. It's loose now. Nothing
Right.
changed.
It got slightly better. Yeah, it relaxed.
Oh, great.
It's fine, it just looks great. I'm so happy.
I feel like I'm learning something. Not that I'm going to sign up for
Just
this
buy a
shit.
good one.
Yeah.
That's,
No.
You already learned
I
that.
learned that lesson.
Yeah, just buy a good one. But, you know, I'm really happy, and if we want to, just for laughs, here we see a Fisher body two-door hardtop of about the same vintage, and look at those lovely 3/16 gaps. That's what I'm going for, right? 3/16 all the way around. The other side, you can see where it was damaged and it's too tight at the front.
Right.
That will be something we can play with the next time you're here. And I think we talked about this. It's a little tight right there, and that's because we saw there's a little bit of damage right there. So we're going to repair that, And I bet you the big thing with repairing that is the bulge will come out of it, and the rocker molding will go back to being straight. And that, to me, is the only thing that really needs attention on the whole body. Other than that, it's just shine it up and enjoy. Like,
Oh, I adjusted the rubber bushings because it was just vibrating.
oh, sure,
away.
they had it too loose.
And so, like we pointed out before with these two, do you know what it was?
No.
They swapped the radiator from a different year. And it was these, the radiator was sitting about 1.5 inches high. They didn't use the proper holes in the radiator.
No,
and it was sitting high. So I started looking at it, and perfectly these lined up.
And that's that.
And that's what they did.
Bastards.
Both sides.
Well,
But once
you know
I
what we
bent
can
the
try.
brackets, I could use the factory holes, and it was all
Yeah,
good.
it was fine. Yeah, it fits nice.
Now it's tight. It doesn't vibrate all over and bounce down the highway.
Yeah, well, we can push them down and get 80% of it out.
Yeah, that would be enough.
Yeah. Lovely. These, I believe, in these years, sold better than Chevs in Canada.
Oh, yeah?
I think Pontiac was Canada's best-selling car during this era, and a big reason for it is that it was a Pontiac, but it was Chevy money. And so everybody's like, why buy a Chev when I can get a Pontiac for the same kind of dough?
Right.
Even though it's a reskinned Chev, it says Pontiac, right? But American Pontiac models would have been substantially more money. And look at the style, right? Like, you got
I
that.
love that front end.
I'm so happy it's running right. All that for a simple little thing. But it's always a simple thing. And I don't feel bad because we just didn't have them here. Like, if we had had a cap and whatever condenser, we would have put them on. We even looked.
Yeah.
That's it for Splicerama. It's now all we're going to do is just buy nice ponchos. He comes over to learn all these bodywork tricks and then just buys a nice car.
Never going to apply
Never,
them
ever going to apply any of these tricks. You learned the most important trick called just buy a good one. Thanks so much, man.
Talk to you soon.
All right, see you soon, buddy. Burnout. Hooligan. Is a regular contributor.
Same old shit.